The 2014 PCMA Education Conference was a hit. Hundreds of meeting professionals were in the dynamic city of Toronto to experience one of PCMA's most unique conferences to date.
This year we're doing basically two conferences in one. On day one, we're basically following a traditional conference model. We have some breakout sessions, we have a general session, but then on Tuesday we're going to disrupt it. We're going to disrupt the conference, and we're going to conduct an experiment in open learning and collaborative learning, and with a real focus on takeaways. Just something different so people can experience it and they can compare and contrast the 2 days.
Our challenge or our opportunity is to take those risks and to innovate in front of our members so that they don't have to do this on their own within their own organizations. We're kind of a learning lab, I think, and our members love it. They love to see how we are delivering education in different ways. They take back bits and pieces, or they implement the entire process that we might be showcasing. But it is our job to show them what's out there today and how people are providing a different learning environment to maximize the learning outcomes for any organization.
Meeting planners responsible for some of the most successful conferences say PCMA is their hub for big ideas.
Education is what we are most known for. And again, here at EduCon, you're going to see some of the unique educations of unique forms of programming and content delivery that we've become known for.
The conference kicked off as a regular conference day with a series of education sessions on a wide range of topics.
The idea is sort of to kind of break out of just sort of kind of sterile ballrooms and meeting rooms or that have very rigid room sets, and to get into room sets, get into venues that are kind of more informal.
To look at their organizational missions and goals first, and to really build their annual meeting as that tool in the vehicle to be able to convey what happens for their organization through their annual meeting, is to really use their annual meeting as a tool.
We, as the events industry, really need to take control of that data, especially the example we had here for registration and understanding the SEO behind the websites, and how do we drive business better for our conferences to get our attendance up.
The conference experience was put to the test on day 2 during PCMA's live case study called Open Area Learning. This open space included 4 tracks that served as educational areas in business and strategy, industry know-how, technology, and leadership lessons.
When we looked at the 4 content areas, definitely industry-specific education was an area that our attendees are always looking for. So that could be anything from meeting or experience design to strategy about experience, sponsorship. We also have a session in here this afternoon about pitching your ideas. So it's just really something that planners are always looking for.
PCMA is known to take risks, and attendees say this one did not disappoint.
PCMA is not afraid to experience with new things, even though it may be the first time that they're trying something. They're always taking risk, and by taking risk, we, the attendees, we walk away with wonderful ideas, things that we can implement in our jobs and whatnot. That's what's happened to me since I started attending conferences for PCMA.
I have to say I went into this with a lot of skepticism. And I now, in looking around, I'm watching people exercise over there. So I think that's where I'm going to head to after lunch. And I think it's been a great experiment.
This year's speakers were a perfect fit for the overall theme, disrupting meetings, taking risks, and reinvention.
By focusing on getting better rather than proving yourself all the time, it just really seems to unleash all of this potential that each of us has. It enables us to be more creative, to think more deeply, to be more innovative, to also enjoy the process of trying to reach our goals more, to be less anxious, to be more resilient in the face of challenge. And it's really a very simple shift, just going from thinking I have to be perfect right now to this is really part of a journey, and every day I'm getting better at everything that I do.
I mean, we've all been to conferences and they all seem the same, right? Seems like the same speakers over and over again, seems like the same length of speech, seems like the agenda's all the same. So what we want to encourage them to do is really shake things up and think differently about the experience for the conference attendees.
We need to double down on the same creativity that got us here in the first place. And if we can nurture these skills in the same way that you would build muscles in the gym, if you can build and nurture your creative skills, build a culture that supports responsible responsible risk taking, boy, the opportunities just become endless. And that's, I think, what ultimately will drive the sustainability, not only of the PCMA itself, but also for the many incredible members.
The Education Conference is also a place where business gets done. One-on-one meetings were held on-site throughout the week, giving meeting professionals plenty of opportunities to work together and develop new relationships.
Having the innovative design, as well as networking, of course, for me, and the smaller scale of the Education Conference compared to the annual, it's much more one-on-one time.
And mark your calendars for the 2015 PCMA Education Conference in sunny Fort Lauderdale, Florida, June 14th to the 17th. We look forward to seeing you there. This is PCMA TV Live, produced by Convention News Television.